The fundamental truth is that we can actually run away from as much truth as we want within ourselves as well as in the society. And we can also actually avoid and ignore as much reality, problems, chaos, difficulties, pains as we possibly can in our own intention and purpose on the basis of our cowardice or because of pressure, lack, crises in our lives for a variety of reasons, but inevitably we will be confronted or encountered with a very reality, truth, shortcoming, pain, and suffering that we are avoiding and trying desperately to run away from or to be done away with. Everything is going to come before us, everything is going to present itself before us and emerge and occur in the form of something which we could not resolve, which we could not confront, which we could not develop and build within ourselves, either as habit, attitude, character, quality, virtue, authenticity. It could be anything. But then again, it's going to come before us. So we can run away all we want. We can avoid, ignore all we can, or we basically support and desire. But inevitably, everything's going to be destroyed. Everything's going to fall apart. This society, this culture, which is built around the principles of ignorance, arrogance, pride, vanity, and shadow culture, is going to come down to its knees because of its unresolved chaos, unintegrated, unacknowledged wounds, and because of his unconscious content, is going to literally destroy each other because the modern people have already lost their self connection and self knowledge. They have also lost or run out of the capacity to be authentic, truthful, transparent, conscious because they haven't developed or pursued them, but only secondary considerations, but only they have opinions and biases, partialities to offer to put upon the table because truth now for most people is a secondary concern and tertiary consideration that they can have and they're comfortable with not having it because it forces them to confront their unresolved wounds in one way or another. So we are no longer able to be proud, authentic, truthful against each other. We have lost appreciation and tolerance and patience in society for each other's difference, disagreement, individuality, and defiance, or for their progress, merit, success. It could be anything. But we are in bad shape because we don't have self-knowledge. We don't have tolerance, even though we say we are religious, we godly. But whenever it comes to accepting and appreciating individual success, authenticity, consciousness, then we criticize them, we scapegoat them, we demoralize them and break them apart. We betray such men and women that stand for themselves, that stand against social conventions and public norms and biases. We betray them because we are in mediocrity.